Wondering how best to respond to a Taurus man that goes quiet? Most of us will have to fight the urge to run after him, and as we know, that never works. So, what does work, exactly? What will bring him back, making you feel secure and not like a clingy girlfriend? It's awful to be ignored, isn't it? And we all have that habit of taking it personally. Is it about us? Is it something we did? Most of all, we ask ourselves, how can I get him to pay attention to me again? What's the right way to handle him without pushing him away? That's where astrology steps in, and is your best buddy in times of distress. After all, not every guy is the same, and each of them have certain preferences when it comes to how they'd like to be treated when they go quiet. First of all, remember that Taurus men are often immersed in work and money matters. This makes them the kind of guys who go quiet from time to time. It doesn't mean they're not interested in you anymore, or worse, that they're cheating. Plus, Taurus men aren't that great at communicating online anyway. They do better face to face, which is another reason why you shouldn't get your panties in a twist. So, how do you handle him? What's the best way to draw him back and get him interested in you again, without being pushy? Taurus men are so stubborn and set in their ways that they just hate being pushed. In this video I'm gonna point out the 7 best ways to respond when your Taurus man ignores you. But first, don't forget to click the link in the description below and download my free ebook. How to respond when your Taurus fella goes quiet. Number 1. Reach out, romantically. This is one guy that you can actually reach out to without seeming clingy or needy. He won't mind. He's not the predatory type who needs to chase a woman to feel secure. So, if you see him going quiet, reach out and connect. Send him a cute message such as, "Hey gorgeous, I miss you, how are you doing?" Or pop him a hello with a heart emoticon, or a sexy picture. As long as you keep it romantic and sweet, he's going to be open to you connecting. He's one of the most romantic signs of the zodiac, so he's definitely not immune to your charms. Number 2. Drop off a home-cooked meal. There's an old saying that you may have heard from your mom or grandmother, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That quote is talking about the Taurus guy for sure. This man loves food. He also loves wine, by the way. Anything that tickles his senses and tastes luxurious and rich. If you take some time out to cook him a yummy meal or buy a bottle of his favorite wine, dropping it off at his house, he's going to respond very well indeed. Make sure it's a time after work though. He would die if you dropped by his work, unless you know for sure he's on a break. Number 3. Send him a gift. One of the love languages of the Taurus guy is gifts. He loves being spoiled and adores nice things. He's a bit like a girl that way, ladies. You'll soon discover his love of hoarding and collecting things. So, if you are wondering what to do when he's ignoring you, make sure you at least think of sending him a little something to remind him that you are thinking of him and that you miss him. It doesn't have to be fancy. A little memento, some wine, a book you know he'd like or something like that will go down a treat. You'll find that he begins chatting again rather soon after that. You're welcome. Number 4. Buy him flowers. Barring gifts and food, Taurus men always love some nice flowers. After all, who doesn't feel special sitting at the office and someone coming to drop off a bunch of gorgeous blooms in your desk, from your secret admirer? You may even want to add something saucy such as, "Thanks for the other night," for example. Don't even sign it off. If you don't want to, let him enjoy pretending it's a mystery. Number 5. Never pressure him for a reply. When you do reach out to him, send him flowers, write him a note or buy a gift, let him just be for a while. You don't have to ask him instantly if he enjoyed or received it. Remember, time moves very slowly in the world of the Taurus man. What seems like forever to you, or any non-Taurus person, is a very short space of time for the patient Taurus man. Maybe he's taking some time to process you and your relationship. Give him that time. When you don't pressure him, when you allow him to come to you in his own time, that's when the real magic happens for the Taurus. Keep in mind that he really does want a relationship. It's just that he's a little bit scared of moving too fast, of rushing into something he might not be certain of. That is, of course, if that is his reason for holding back. Either way, he will appreciate your patience hugely, and you'll see him slowly start warming up. Remember, with his level of stubbornness, this is one person that will push back very hard if he feels in any way pressured. Number 6. Be sweet and charming. Taurus men really appreciate a woman who uses her feminine energy around him. A woman who doesn't confront him, push him, or comes off as overly aggressive or dominating. There's nothing wrong with being that woman, if that's your personality. But, do remember that it will rub him up the wrong way, and he may struggle to connect to you if you're too confrontational when he ignores you. Instead, tap into your sweet and charming side. Use those qualities when you talk to him in any way. You'll find him so much more responsive to you. Number 7. Never make assumptions. Lastly, if you find that the Taurus guy is ignoring you, then just don't make any major assumptions about his feelings. That will lead to you getting anxious and probably doing something you regret. Check yourself. Have you been cheated on before? That doesn't mean all men are cheaters. Have you been abandoned before? That doesn't mean all guys are going to do that to you. Never project anything onto him or make up reasons for his behavior unless you know for sure. If you can do that, you'll likely be able to just lean back and enjoy the ride, and if he doesn't get back to you, he was never meant for you anyhow. What do you think? Do you think any of these tips have helped or can help you reach out to your Taurus guy? I love to hear your stories, so please feel free to share them in the comments box below. If you like this video and find it helpful, please give it a like, and also make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, so you get notified whenever I post new content, and follow me on Instagram for daily relationship tips.